working with brands and developing paddles, what does that look like? How did that relationship begin?
In the beginning, I spent the first 2 years in store, hitting with people, talking to people, and just trying to do what we do, just trying to educate folks as much as we can. And at some point during the first year, people from these companies were coming in, and I think there were a lot of secret shoppers, just trying to see what we were doing, and they realized that we were more than just pitching. We're doing more than just pitching paddles, and they figured, hey, maybe you should work with these folks. So they come to us and asked us to play test, advise on the direction of their paddles. We've worked with some pretty large brands. Unfortunately, we can't mention their names. And we're working with some very large brands. We definitely can't mention those names, but you'll see them really soon. But we're really just trying to steer the market in the right place, primarily in the sense, or probably just trying to create more value for the customers, because these days it's a lot of rebranding and high prices. We've gotten to this point where we've become an authority in the sport. We know just about anything there is in terms of pickleball technology. This has also led to us helping brands develop their products. It's just kept snowballing, and we just had to stay dynamic and grow with it. And it just kind of took on a life of its own.
You were talking about how your product development background helped you and your employees become better at testing and just more knowledgeable around products. Can you talk more about that?
Yeah, I mean, I've worked in labs with PhDs. I've worked in cosmetics. I've worked in a lot of consumer packaged goods with plastics and rigid materials, and that's essentially what pickleball paddles are made of. So understanding how they respond to impact, how they respond to different environments, really helped us understand how pickleballs would impact, would be influenced by a paddle. And it led down the rabbit hole where we just started researching and learning and talking to people far more knowledgeable than us. And just really growing our knowledge base so we can better help customers see what it actually feels like. And then we set up a prop net in the center of the store, just to kind of decorate the store, fill in the space. And people started asking, hey, can we hit on this? And I said, sure. And then folks started asking questions about paddles, and we couldn't really answer them. So we hit with them to help them understand what it felt like. And then during off times, me and my single staff member, we used to just hit with everything and just try to really get a more intimate knowledge of the product that we're selling. Because when I came into the sport, I was just I love this. I got to do this. I don't care what the market looks like. Let's just figure it out. And it's a long path of learning, and it just continued to evolve at a rate that was not as intentional as most people would think it was. At first, it was just people asking to hit on it, and they were just having fun. I say, sure, why not? And then we started doing it with them, and then we started learning more and more, and we started seeing so many people come in asking to try paddles on court that we had to structure it. And we built this process out where it just became this guided demo, and then it became something more. My background is in product development, and I have a huge sports background, and I've always been hyper analytical in sports. So it just made all this came together and made a lot of sense to build something a little more technical, and that was the birth of the demo sessions at the Pickleball Exchange. And
what is the biggest challenge you're experiencing right now?
We're technically a startup, so everything it's been a challenge. But keeping a steady supply of paddles coming in, keeping up with all the new paddles coming out. But we try to stay a couple of steps ahead. We work with a lot of brands to develop their paddles, so hopefully that helps in the long run. But the economy isn't great. There's a million one things affecting sales right now. Tons of competitors coming into the game. The landscape is getting quite saturated. And for us, our focus really isn't the sales, but we want to make sure that our players are protected. There's just so much marketing out there, and a lot of it's complete junk that we just want to make sure people understand, what paddles are, what the paddle science is, and so they can make a well-informed decision.